Hi everyone, my name is Vince Aaron Awarka and I am now taking over the floor. This is the last part of our topic. So, ang akong topic ay planes in art and reading the image. So, technically, ang planes in art is like, mao ni ang mga techniques for us to use in order for us to like analyze a specific painting or an artwork. And of course, we would read images like kanang nag-align sa mga different planes na atong i-discuss. So let's start. And mauni ang atong content of the lesson sa kini nga topic kanong mga different like the planes in art and reading the image. So first is naatay semiotic plane, second is the iconic plane, and lastly is the contextual plane. So I'm sorry guys if you are hearing like rain, of course bagyo na baya, so please stay safe lang jud kung asa man karon. So yeah, let's start na jud with the semiotic plane. So as you can see on this slide, semiotic plane semiotics is a study of signs. Sign consists of signifier and the signified. A semiotic plane covers the elements, general technique, and physical aspects of a work with their semantic or meaning conveying potential. And this includes, I'm going to discuss about like the different aspects or like the subcategories regarding semiotic plane. But first, let us discuss signifier and the signified. So, kini mga signifiers, these are the signs on a specific artwork. Let's say for example, na ay lines ara. So, sa makakita tanong nga, like ang lines nagpour ay we are not going to think na ay okay ang kini mga linya kay nag-form siya og balay, dili man ang naon na pagkuan. So technically, if you are going to analyze it or use the lens of semiotic plane or the semiotic principle, is like makaana ka ay okay ang kining lines kay very important di ay siya kay tungod ani mga lines nakabuhat ta og balay. So ang signifier is these are the very particular details or like mao ni ang mga signs nga nag-form sa usa. Tas ang signified is the product of the signifier. So since ang mga signifier kay mao man ni ang mga signs sa makaingon ta ang signified is kuan di siya like mao na ni siya ang product ay okay. So since daghan kay mga signifiers nga gibutang sa usa ka art piece, ang signified is nakakuha ta og product which is ang balay na siya or like nahuman na siya. Let's proceed. So mao na ni this includes first the physical aspect. So sa physical aspect na pa jud siya kuan guys, tapos jud siya like kanang mga subcategories. So first is the visual elements. So these includes line, value, color, texture, shape, composition, and space or movement. The elements are to be viewed in a highly relational manner and not isolated or compartmentalized. So mao ni siya ang visual elements guys. If ang color ba nga gi-use or like ang value ba nga naa sa usa ka artwork is very appropriate sa usa ka artwork. Let's say for example, ang usa ka painter kay gusto siya nga ang mood sa iyang painting kay gusto siya nga ma-interpret siya sa tao in a way nga that's happy. So of course, unsa may gamiton ni mga color elements or like mga elements like specific elements ana. So of course, he would have to use very bright colors so that it would be interpreted in a way that you want it to be interpreted. So next is the choice of medium and technique. So technique is the instrument or method used in the application of media, including any reproductive method. Medium is the material applied to the support. So ang first nga kuan ani ang very basic or like sayon nga example ani para masabtan ni natong choice of medium and technique no, isa ka nang let's say for example gusto ka na i-video call nimo ang imuhang uyab. Tas of course, you wouldn't use applications nga walay video call kasi of course you want it to ganahan ka i-video call imong uyab pero gamiton nimo ang mga applications nga walay video call nga kuan nga like nga sana nga walay video call ang usa ka application. So of course it's useless. So the medium you have used is useless or it's inefficient or inappropriate. So dapat ang imong medium nga gamiton ani is very kuan siya ang technique medium and technique should align to what you would want your audience to understand. So dapat imong medium isakto ra jud siya. So let's say for example, katong mao gyapon siya ganina, nag-correlate gyapon siya ganina no nga if you want a very a very happy interpretation of your painting, so dapat mo use ka og mga light colors so that it can be interpreted in a happy way sad. And the format of the work is mo na siya mga this is actually the orientation can be longer in the vertical dimension or portrait or longer in the horizontal landscape. So mo na siya format sa imuhang painting. So unsa siya, kuan ba siya ron, portrait ba siya ron, or unsa siya jud, like ana ra. And the physical properties and marks of the work, so these are the entire aspects rather, these are the entire aspects of your painting. So if wala man lang siya na-cover sa other subcategories of the physical aspect, pero sud siya sa physical properties and marks of the work, cause there may be things from the painting wala na sud sa subcategories but very significant on the artwork. So yeah, mao na siya ang physical aspect under the semiotic plane or the semiotic principle. So let's proceed. So kining non-material aspects under kining like ang category sa semiotic plane kinaapoy non-material aspects. So these are the elements of the visual arts derive their semantic or meaning conveying potential from two large sources. So let's focus first sa left side ha, sa non-material aspects. So na human psychophysical experiences diri. So technically these are like the inspirations da ang nagi apply sa usa ka painter o sa ka arts or sa usa ka artist. So kini sa psychological and physical sensory. So when we say psychophysical experiences, so these are like the experiences of the the experiences the painter has been through nga iyang nahimong as inspiration sa iyahang painting or iyahang masterpiece. So mao ni ang perceive sa atong psychological o ang physical. So mao ni ang mga experience through our senses or like sa ato apong psychological. So ang the socio-cultural conventions of a particular society and period. So pwede sa takaingon nga like ang usa ka painting kay ni pay tribute siya sa kini siya nga era. So that can be an example of that a non-material aspect. So though it is conveyed through that the physical or the material aspects sa usa kang painting, pero we have to understand nga naapo ni inspirations nga nung na-come up ang painter or like ang artist sa usa ka butang. So ang sa right side guys, according to De Saussure, meaning is produced from the interplay of the signifiers of the work. The elements are not studied in a sequential and compartmentalized manner but in a highly relational interactive way in which the use of line, color, texture, composition, and space create semantic relationships and meanings. One does not limit oneself to a description of the elements in the way they are used but links their usage with their primary significations as well as with their intellectual and emotional associations within the society. So kining sa right side guys kay ang mura na jud siya gipunto no nga dapat ang imuhang gustong ipakita sa sa imuhang masterpiece is very appropriate sa imuhang inspiration. So let's say for example like the depiction of a flag. So ang about sa Philippine flag kay naabe blue, white, red and yellow as the stars. So what if ang imuhang blue ma-violet na siya? So that can be interpreted in a different way. So pwede na siya malain na country. I'm not sure lang guys ha if na-violet nga like substitution sa blue niya naa siya represent nalain country. So mauna siya ang gipunto lang nga you have to be very appropriate and very nitpicky. When we say nitpicky, you have to very particular with what you put out and dapat mo align po siya sa imong inspiration na imong gi-manifest sa imong masterpiece. So let's proceed. Let's proceed guys. Let's try reading the image using the semiotic plane. So makakita tag signifiers ari nga. Okay, ang painting is very bright. The lines are actually very kuan kay siya guys like very refined. So ang kining lines o makita like tanawa sa atop nga area. Makita na dira nga mura siya triangular shapes or like ana pero if atong gamiton ang signified, so unsay na form niya kanang mga triangle as the signifiers. So the signified product is atop siya. So mo ni siya and ang gigamit pud sa usa ka like artist guro ani is like light tones man. So of course it depicts guro like just aesthetics like yeah, you cannot like pinpoint any negativity from this kuan kanang painting. So mo na ang kanang sa semiotic plane kasi you're just basing from your eyes. So once sa imong obserbaran, and lahi na siya guys if you are able to have your own research with regards to this painting. So, kita mo siya tanong nga, makaingon siya nga positive or like something bliss or like rainbows and unicorns ang inspiration ani nga painting. Kasi of course, para good balay-balay lang siya, light tones ang color. So, makaingon tanong la dato jud ang kakuan ani. So, yung ana naka-easy ang semiotic plane guys. So, let's proceed now with the iconic plane. Iconic plane guys is the image itself. Di na ka I mean pwede sa ta maka-use ang mga signifiers, pero you would have to really focus na jud sa entire image na jud siya. So let's define iconic plane. So, iconic plane, this deals with the particular features, aspects, and qualities of the image, which are the signifiers. So, the image is regarded as an iconic sign. Part of the iconic plane is the positioning or the figure or figures and the implications that arise from these different presentations. The iconic plane includes the choice of the subject, which may have social and political implications. So, kin iconic plane, guys, as I've said earlier, kay kuan ni siya guys, like the entire image na imong studyhan, di na ka kanang usa-usahon nimo pangita sa signifier, cause the signifiers can be the features, the aspects, and the qualities of the image. And makaingon sa ta guys no, kay sa iconic plane, let's say for example na usa ka painting ara, tas ang painting kay it's about for like justice for rape victims. So that is a political implications, because of course everything is political guys. And mo na siya ang gi-signify lang ara no, let's say for example kay kuan like ang babay kay kanang kuan siya naa siya ang babay kay naa siya sa atubangan tas kanang daghan ka siya bruises, tas naa siya mga bite marks sa iyang bati, and nakabantay ta nga ang katong image sa babae is dako kaayo siya compared sa other details. So that is like an example of iconic plane. Kay naigo ang iyang description nga part of the iconic plane is the positioning of the figure. Gipadako ang katong usa ka rape victim kasi mauna ang gusto nga ma-interpret nimo sa painter nga ipa-interpret sa imuha nga. Of course, this is about the rape victims, kini mga bite marks na mga like marks of trauma. So mauna ang kanang iconic plane, and of course this is oftentimes political, and so naasa siya mga social implications sa usa ka painting. So let's proceed. So sa iconic plane, mauni ang mga subcategories or the categories under the iconic plane or principle. So the figurative style implies a particular representation of or interpretation of the world, a world view. So classical figuration focuses on the interactive figurative representation which is interpreted by the human imagination. So kining classical figuration guys, kay mura na siya kanang these are the methods nga gamiton sa usa ka artist para makuha nila ang attention sa kuan sa kanang madla. So let's say for example katong same mo sa example nga gipadako niya ang usa ka kuan, so of course makatch jud imong attention about a specific thing. Pero there are also naabi sa iba nga masterpieces nga nagpaint sila tas like ila lang gurong ipang tone down tanan, like gusto na sila nga ang audience mismo ang mo interpret sa painting. So the realist figuration however is based on the keen observation of people, nature, and society. So these are realistic from the word itself, realist figuration. So these the things that can be seen from an artwork is realistic. So nag-exist jud siya sa naked eye sa tawo. So nag-exist siya sa real world, not just in painting. So makaingon ta nga realist figuration ng usa ka painting if maana siya ay okay na electric fan sa kuan, so nag-exist mo sana siya in the real world. Na ay kahoy sa painting, so nag-exist mo siya sa real world. So that is a realist figuration. However, sa impressionist figuration is fluid and informal which catches the subject unaware. So when we say fluid, ang first word nga mo come sa atong mind is water. So when we say fluid is it's not stagnant, dili siya conventional, dili siya like wala siya nagdepict o like one thing lang jud, pero can be interpreted in many ways. So ang subject pa jud ani guys kay dili kay siya masabtan, so makaingon ta nga siya muratag ka na mo ingon mo tan-aw sa usa ka painting or sa ka artwork ba nga siya nga unsa kay gipasabot ani no, pero di ay to subconsciously we are getting it, we are getting the subject unaware, as the description says here sa Impressionist Figuration. So just like for example abstract paintings, di ba? Ang abstract paintings kay not necessarily na adyan na siya figures nga aron kay mura naman siya emotion naman ang kuan dira, or like usa ka feeling nga gusto ipalabas sa usa ka painter. Sa Expressionist Figuration, however, it follows emotional impulses and drives, which often involves distortion that comes from strong emotion. So kini siya guys kay makita jud nato siyang ang emotion sa usa ka painting, ma-feel nato siya. So if I'm not seeing her, since we are talking about emotion, dapat kabutang pagkagtao ara nga like na sad, happy, kay para lang ma-define nato ang emotion or like ma-pinpoint or ma-highlight nato ang emotion. Pero that's not how it works. Kay ang pwede po, like so for example, kung giingon ako na ang abstract painting, makaingon ta I feel nako sad ang painter ani, or like something ana sad kay ang iyang ang colors sa iyang gipang use sa iyang abstract is dark tones man. So that can be an example, pero of course I'm not saying nga ang kanang mga tao nga na nag-depict sa usa ka painting nga na ay nag-show emotion, it's not part of expression. Of course, that is the most literal. Pero I'm just giving you another examples ba, or like mga examples in which sa kanang nag-show po siya like emotion regardless of which na nag-use of tao ba jud, or like through colors ba ron, or like sa signifiers na nag-use. Okay, so let us now read the image under the iconic plane. So, upon reading the image using the iconic plane, makaingon ta nga the entire image depicts trauma. Trauma siya guys. Okay, awa ang color nag-use. And the emotion we are seeing from a person in the image. So, as we can see, this is a classical figuration nga nag-infuse pog realist figuration, and also the Impressionist Figuration, and lastly the Expressionist Figuration. Kasi if we are to pinpoint classical figuration, it catches your attention. Kita pa lang ka sa emotion sa sa tao nga naa sa image, di ba? Mao man ang definition sa classical is to catch your attention. The realist figuration, on the other hand, is like makita ta tinuod ba ya jud na ang tao ha. Makaingon sa tanga naa siya sa barko, tas naa sa siya dagat. And Impressionist Figuration, fluid siya guys. Kasi tanawa, it may not be what we expect it to be, ang kini nga painting. There can be like a lot of things we are missing out sa kini nga painting. And of course, Expressionist kay siya guys, kay tanawa nag-showcase na din siya emotions. Oh, tanawa, kita dyan ta diba nga nag-depict or like nag-give off og trauma or being shocked ang ato ang subject diri or ang tao diri sa ato ang painting. So that's how we use iconic plane. We analyze the entire picture. So di na nato ni dugayan pa. So let's proceed now with the contextual plane. The contextual plane. So an analysis of the history and the economic, political and cultural conditions, past and present, of a society is the main idea of the contextual plane. The different symbolic systems which are culture bound also come into play. These systems may have to do with color, shape, design, as well as cultural symbols associated with the belief systems of different ethnic groups of that time. The work is viewed or studied in relation to the prevailing worldviews, ideologies, issues, concern trends, and events. It related the artist with respects to the issues of his time. So, sa yun na jud kaayo ang contextual plane, guys. So, these are artworks or masterpieces nga nag-depict og reality. So, it happens in the past. Let's say, for example, you are like a painter. You are a painter and you happen to be a researcher as well. So, you research regarding the Spaniards coming to the Philippines kasi you were fascinated regarding the history of the Philippines. So, you take research about it and, okay, so kini siya. So, ang color siyang sanina kay kini siya. Ang weather that time is rainy or unsa ba ron. I'm not saying that these are like factual ha. Like, nag-visualize ako, guys. So since you were able to research and visualize what happened in the past with regards to the Spaniards and the Filipinos, makaingon ta, okay, ako na siyang i-paint. But, sa contextual plane, since you have context, so ang atong context ana is the thing you have researched regarding the Spaniards and the Filipinos. So makaingon kang, I have to be very particular. I have to emphasize the clothing that's being used or the paintings nga naa sa lawas sa mga Filipinos that time. So, mauna ang contextual plane. You have to be very particular with the details you are putting. So, kay ipakaanak ka nga, okay, sayop ni siya nga painting, kay dili ni mao ang gisuot sa mga Spaniards back then. So, of course, dili na siya mahog as contextual plane. So, if you want or if you strive to paint something like in a contextual plane, so dapat you have to be very kuansad factual put or like you have to be very factual put sa imuhang gustong i-showcase. So let us now read the example or like read the image or like an example under the contextual plane. Let us now try to read the image using the contextual plane. So, makaingon pa nga, okay, naay usa ka babae. And I believe ang kining war kay nahitabo ni siya sa France because we are seeing the flag of France. Because if na kay like basic knowledge lang about certain things, so makaingon jud ka nga, okay, kining war kay nahitabo ni siya sa France. And naay usa ka girl nga nag-hold og gun. I think she's also participating on the war. So, makaingon jud ka nga of naay ka brave ani niya nga woman oy. So, pero makaingon jud ta nga everything is very realistic. Very realistic. This happened in the past. Kay makaingon jud ka tanawa ang clothing. It's very seldom na lang kaayo nga makita ka clothing nga ingani. 'Di ba? Also the hat, though it's reviving, but it's not like really like naa kanang di jud ta kaingon nga naa pagyapon siya ron. Kay it's revive, makaingon ta nga nag-revive na ang clothing. Pero it's not entirely revived. So, yeah, makaingon siya. That's how you read the image using the contextual plane. So, natin ma-context rin. This war happens to be in France. And now a very brave girl. So, I think this girl has made history as, like, the only woman that participated in war in France. So, since we are seeing only one woman here, so nganong i-paint man dyan siya sa kining painter sa mga kaingon jud ta nga of course kay siya na may usa ka woman. So this is like culture shaking moment sa France di ay kay naay usa ka babae nga ni participate sa war. So thank you so much guys for listening from our report. I hope you were able to learn a lot from our topic and I hope you stay safe guys kay naa na si Bagyong Odette guys, like balihog lang jud. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a blasting New Year, blasting New Year guys. So keep safe guys and thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.